Hi. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. And how do you do? Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Good morning. Good morning. And God loves you. Good morning, y'all. Huh? Couple minutes behind because I had to go find these dentures. And they are so loose right now, they just might fall down. But guess what? Because I address my brokenness and being broke, if they fall down, I'm gonna keep on talking, put them on the table, and push them back in. If I did you see that? If I need to, that's the beauty, y'all, of being free from recovery, emerge empowered to give hope to others, help others prosper equally. My God woke me up this morning just the way I am. I didn't have these dentures in, right? Okay. And I am willing and able and honored to appear to you just the way I am. I have my bathrobe on. I have my grandchildren's grandma cheerleader shirt on because guess what? It's just a morning conversation with a cup of coffee for me. I don't know what you're drinking, but it's coffee for me. Okay, so welcome to the Free to Hope conversation with Edwina B. You know it, Miss Cuckoo for Cocoa Pops. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I wouldn't change me for nothing in the world because I know who I am and I know whose I am. So transparency and authenticity are my key words that I practice living by every day. Practice, you see, right? Because we know that we wear all kinds of masks, but the goal is to be just who you are, no matter what people think, no matter what people say. All right. So today is going to be interesting conversation, and I'm going to share with you how being set free and giving hope to others took on a different form about 33 years ago. Yes. And so that is going to be my dedication to Benjamin Twin B. Brown, Reverend Dr. Benjamin Twin B. Brown, the CEO and founder of Community Communications Corporation, right? Where he has programs for youth and adults, video production workshops, and every Sunday, the Spiritual Revival Hour, bringing songs of inspiration, consolation, meditation, and education. So, why am I mentioning him? Because he helped me. He helped me. He helped me to come to you through this vehicle just the way I am. God used him and he's using me to get to you so that he can use you to get to others. Yes, yes, yes. I'm just a nobody trying to tell everybody about somebody who can help anybody. Woo! I got that right. Okay. And so, right off the bat, if you need to see any of my previous podcasts, go back to January the 1st, right? And I have some a few years ago where I wear the wigs and the makeup and all that. And when the spirit hits me, I snatch off that wig. I'll wipe off the makeup and say, "How you like me now?" Notice I got a haircut yesterday, right? Mark Cooper right there on 40th and Market cuts my hair. Mark Cooper, right? And so if you are in need of a speaker for your summit, for your conference, please call me. If you need a trainer, facilitator, or presenter for your workshops or seminars, please call me. You may think you know how it feels seeing me on the screen, but you don't know nothing until you and I get in the room together and you really see the passion, the fire, the spirit, and how it can be contagious just by being me. Okay. So I'm going to dedicate this show and tell the story of how Reverend Dr. Benjamin Twin B. Brown changed my life and put me, with the help of God, in front of you for the past 33 years. Because on February the 23rd of 2024, we will be celebrating 34 years of recovery from mental illness, yes, and substance abuse. Underneath that parked car, February the 22nd of 1990, I had enough. Sick and tired of being sick and tired of being sick and tired, right? I had my life flash before me. Edwina, you were the co-captain of the cheerleader team. You were the vice president of your class. You wanted to be a model, an actress, a phys ed teacher. Why, at the age of 34, are you underneath a parked car, broken and broke? I only weighed 90 pounds then. Hair all sunken in. Face all sunken in, hair all matted, a few teeth missing. Cocaine and alcohol took my teeth, but then got to recovery. I got a couple sets of, maybe this is my third set of dentures, right? It is what it is, right? And so, but from that moment on, when I cried out, help me, whoever they say you are, I don't know you, help me, take me out this life or show me a better way. And so, because he did not zap me out and put me on a pathway to recovery, I've been able to utilize some spiritual tools and resources. And I need to include the Spiritual Revival Hour, the video production workshops, and community communications corporations from the CEO and founder, right? And that is Reverend Dr. Benjamin Twin B. Brown. All right, so just let me go through my little rituals for a minute here. All right, so you know that the spiritual tools I use is the Bible, and I'm now getting my doctorate in biblical studies just to learn more about the God who did for me what no human being could do, not even my mother, although I had a praying mother, but she too was limited, right? The AA, Alcoholics Anonymous 12-step spiritual program and fellowship that I've been attending for almost 34 years every day. I got drunk, tricked, prostituted every day so I can make my meetings every day, and I do. I stay spiritually connected. The 5 Agreements by the Louise family. Y'all got to get that book. It's 4, but it's really 5. Be impeccable with your word. Don't take anything personally. Don't make any assumptions. Always do your best. And be skeptical, but learn to listen. And recently, the 5 Agreement, Dr. Sonia of P3 Global. She's another reason why I am sharing with you the various platforms that I want you to invite me in, or I invite you. So I have my Monday through Friday daily morning conversation with me, right, from 6:30 to 7. And then weekly, every Monday from 7 to 8, right, p.m., and then I'm going to have my master classes monthly, once a month, from 6:30 to 8:30. So you see the schedule. So these are just seeds that I'm planting with you so that you can see how I was able to address, embrace, acknowledge my brokenness in being broke, but utilizing spiritual resources and tools to help me have breakthroughs. Spiritual breakthroughs. I tell you, boy, it ain't nothing like being free from recovery, emerge empowered to give hope to others, help others prosper equally. So that's all I think I want to share right now about that. So let's go. Let's bring this to the screen, okay? And I'm going to share with you my journey with Reverend Dr. Benjamin Twin B. Brown. Yes, and I'm going to play just a little bit of music in the background. Lord, do it for me. And so there was a time when I used to look at TV and wonder what it would be like on TV, because I told you I wanted to be an actress, a model, and all that kind of stuff, right? And most of the time I was infatuated by what I saw, and I wanted to imitate. So that's where in my family watching these TV shows that I began to put on additional mask, right? That makes sense? Okay. And so, and what do we normally see, right? On TV? Not a lot of us, but a whole lot of them. All right, so one of the things that I realized in coming to Wilmington, Delaware, right? Wilmington, Delaware. For a long time, I had been wondering, since God allowed me to live and did not take me out, that I had a purpose. I have a destiny. But before that knee-bowing experience on February the 22nd of 1990, 3 o'clock in the morning in underneath a parked car, getting high and doing all kind of sexual favors for my own stepson, is when I said, I can't help myself. I need help. I want help. And at that moment, that was when I surrendered, and I surrendered all. And so, me embarking on this journey of recovery, I had no idea that my steps were ordered. I didn't. I didn't. I'm going to share with you why, right? And so, when I came to Wilmington, Delaware, after my husband died in November of 1990, I became employed with the city of Wilmington as a data entry clerk, right, through a temp agency. And as a result of being employed by the city of Wilmington in the data entry department, where my girls, I should say my ladies, right, who were there, Julie and Val and Diane, and our supervisor, Wayne, and I forget my other girlfriend's name. It'll come to me. But that's where I started, right? And so simultaneously, every morning before I would go to work, I would go to my AA meeting. And that helped to give me what I needed so that whatever comes down the pike that day, I'm not going to give it, her, him, anything, that power to make me drink again and go back underneath that car. Okay. And so it was during that time that I would share my testimony on an AAWILM radio station. AA is Alcoholics Anonymous, where you can come on and share your experience, your strength, and your hope about the transition from active drinking, active using to sobriety and, being clean, right? And so after doing that, a couple days later, I went to work and I got on the elevator. And when I got on the elevator, it was this, you know what? Let me go back for a second. Listen. So when I worked for the city, I was able to qualify for the first time homeowners program, right? Where they would give you $5,000 towards your down payment to get a house. And so when that house was built and I moved in, and my son, Dr. Dwight Kenneth Dockery, moved in with me, we were just elated that me, a crackhead, former prostitute, alcoholic, could be, right, given this gift, right? And so as a result, I remember laying in my bed and the remote in my hand and going through channels, and I clicked on channel 28, and I saw this man, right, and others talking, and I said to myself, wow, I wonder what it would be like to be on TV, right? So I need to say that before I continue with the elevator interaction, okay? And so as I got on the elevator, this man who I didn't recognize from the TV channel 28, because that I didn't recall that situation at the time. And so, like anything else, I'm one to say, "Good morning, how are you?" And he said, "Well, good morning, and how are you? And what is your name?" I said, "My name is Edwina Bell." He said, "Edwina?" I said, "Yeah." "Edwina?" "Yes." He said, "Are you the same one that was on the radio the other day?" I was like, "Why you want to know?" He said, "If that's you, I am so honored to meet you. You had me pull over to the side and listen to your testimony. I was amazed." And this is him talking. "I was amazed at what you were sharing and how you shared. And the beautiful part that you survived, you in recovery, and you're helping people." And I said, "Yes." He said, "Would you like to be on, would you like to share your testimony on TV with the community?" I was like, "Hell no." No, no, thank you. No, 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 no. He said, "But the community needs to know that people with your issues do recover." I was like, "Yeah, but I ain't trying to go on no TV," right? So he said, "Okay." He said, "Pray on it, and I'll check back with you, later." And so that's what I did, y'all. I went into prayer for about a year because every so often I would see him because he was the media person for Mayor James H. Seals Jr., right? And he was the one responsible for him becoming mayor on this TV show on Channel 28, right? And I was like, okay, he would check with me. I was like, "No, not now." A couple months later, "Not now." And I was like, "God, if you want me to do this, you help me, help me." And so there was a time when he approached me and he said, "Are you ready?" I said, "Yes, I'm ready." Scared as I don't know what. I'm ready. I've never been on TV before. I don't know. And I talked to my sponsor about it. And she said, "Edwina, when you go to meetings, you share your story." I said, "Yeah, but that's different than being on TV." She said, "Well, when you go to conferences, they doing taping, you know what I mean, and of the speakers." And I was like, "Yeah, but it ain't like TV." So she said, "Listen, all you got to do is what you've been doing. Tell the truth." And after checking with my sponsor and praying, I agreed to go on Channel 28 and be interviewed by Naila Gilliam, right? And I remember going there in my little blue two-piece suit, got white ruffles around the edges, and my hair, I'll bring up that picture, right? And so, listen, y'all, this is actually what happened, okay? So, he put me in a chair, told me the camera that is mine and this and that. And then he said, "We're going to do a countdown and we're going to say action." So I said, "Okay." So he said, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action. I said, "Cut." He said, "What's the matter?" I said, I got to go to the bathroom. I got to go to the bathroom. So I went to the bathroom, my stomach all turning, and it seemed like I had diarrhea or something because I was nervous as hell, right? Being on TV, right? So I get myself together. I go back out, sit down, mic me up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action. I said, "Cut again, cut, cut, cut." And I go back to the bathroom. I say, "God, I can't do this. I can't do this. I can't do this. Help me, help me, help me." And the Spirit came to me, voiced these words: "When you go out there, just open your mouth and I'll do the rest." So I went back out there, got mic'd up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, action. Hi, my name is Edwina Bell, and I thank you for the opportunity to come before you to share about my devastating addiction and all the things that were horrific in nature that I was plagued by, not knowing I had a disease of addiction and mental illness. Wow. And guess what, y'all? I've been talking for the last 33 years on my own show, Choosing a New Way of Life. Dr. Brown, Dr. Benjamin Twin B. Brown, set the stage for me to share my testimony with the Newcastle County residents, businesses, and anybody else who wanted to join in. And so he gave me an assignment, right? And so he said, well, you did good. So what I want you to do now is to, every week, I want you to come down and do a 3-minute commentary. And so I said, okay. He said, you just share your story, right? And so one of the things that I've learned about being called and chosen, because many are called, but few are chosen. I was called and I was chosen for this specific area in my life, okay? And so as a result of doing the commentaries, I would type them up, right? And so when I would go to the studio to pre-record and or do it live, I would read from my notes for the commentary, right? And you know, it's just a beautiful thing when you talk about being broke and being broken, to watch yourself on TV. I was like, wow, you know, you critique yourself and all that kind of stuff. But guess what? It wasn't about the messenger. It was more about the message. So I was able to do the commentaries. And let me tell you, the community went, wow. They was like, who's that young lady sharing those kind of things? Oh my gosh, she did that. She said that. Wow, that is awesome. She got so much courage. Maybe I can get help. Maybe my child can get help. Maybe my husband can get help. Because if she's saying that she did those things and look at her now, wow, there's hope. There's hope, right? And so because of the influx of comments and letters and people stopping him on the street, wanting to know who I was, where is she? I need to talk to her. My daughter needs to see her. And Twin said, Edwina, the community needs more of what you have to give. They want more. They want to know how you did it. Huh? They want to know what it took for you to surrender. He said, I want you to do your own TV show. I was like, what? Yes. He said, an hour. I was like, Twin, an hour? First he said, well, maybe do it a half hour. I was like, a half hour? I said 3 minutes is enough. He said, no. The community wants to hear more. They want to know what's going on. For those who have co-occurring disorders of mental illness and substance abuse and all the related issues, they want to know more about you, Edwina. They want to know how you did it. What resources, what tools, right? How did you get the help that you need? I was like, man, a half hour? So we tried it a half hour for about a month. More influx, more. Oh my God. Turn the time 28. That girl is on TV. Go get your brother. Go get your son. Call such and such. That lady Edwina Bell is on the one. And he said, I don't know what's going on, Edwina, but the community wants more of you. I was like, oh. He said, well, it's time to go to the hour. And like any time that I am faced with a obligation, I look at it as an honor to share my experience, my strength, and my hope, right? But I had to go into prayer because once again, I didn't want to do it for the wrong reason, for vanity and image and all that BS. No. And so oftentimes at that time, I would, dress up and I would look presentable, have a little makeup on, my hair done, well. And I began to do my Sunday hour. Was it once a month? Yeah, it was once a month, right? My TV show was every third Sunday of the month, right? And so guess who was on my very, very first show? It was my sponsor, who at the time had, I think, 12 years. It was another support group member that I wanted, and she had 16 years. And the grand sponsor had 34 years, right? But then I said, you know what? I need somebody with a couple of weeks. Yes. So on my first show, I had somebody with 2 weeks clean time, right? Someone with 8 years, someone with 16 years, and my grand sponsor who had 34 years. So we talked about what the journey was for all of them to become sober, stay sober, right, and to gain some independence from our alcoholism, our disease of mental illness, and the whole 9 yards, right? And so I'm telling you, that show, the viewing audience went wow, because they saw how someone with just 2 weeks can be among those with 8 years, 16 years, and one with 34 years. And the 34-year-old can see what it was like when she had 2 weeks old, 2 weeks sober, right? And it went wow. So that's how Benjamin Twin B Brown started me in the TV production, video hosting, in the whole 9 yards, right? And so I owe a great amount of gratitude to Dr. Benjamin Twin B Brown. All right. And so one of the things that I also know about being prepared for things yet to come, which is why I firmly believe that that's what recovery is all about. All of us are ill to some extent. All of us are addicted to something, and all of us can use a 12-step spiritual program, right? Because we as human beings, we have, like myself, focused on the human part of us, right? Which you know where that get us, right? Opposed to the spiritual part of us. So I learned through my journey that I'm a spiritual being encased in this physical body, right? And so, and sharing with individuals like I'm sharing with you, we didn't have a teleprompt, we didn't have this, we didn't have that. It came from the heart. Why? Because I was authentic and I was transparent and I told the truth. Nobody can tell my story but me. Nobody can tell your story but you. So Twin B allowed people like me and others to have this platform on Channel 28, community access, right, TV, to share their experience, their strength, and their hope, right? So he opened the doors for a lot of people. The first African American mayor, the first African county, Newcastle County Council president, Dr. Christopher Allen Bullock. The mayor name was James H. Seals Jr. Yes. And all the churches and all the gospel singers, man, that TV show was bumping. And guess what? This man had 70 plus years of community service, 45 plus years, right, with the spiritual revival hour, and 30 plus years with the video production workshops. So you see, I've been a part of him for going on 33 years. Well, 34 really, but I didn't get with him that way on the TV till I had 33 years, right? And so who would have known that throughout the years that I would be prepared to do something unthinkable? In my opinion, I've done it for others, mainly my family, take care of family members who were dying and was on hospice. God prepared me to take care of 8 family members. In addition to that, invite 5 other family members into my home, right? To provide care for them as well. And so 3 at one time, I had to take care of my mother, my sister, and my aunt. And so you see, I was prepared, but I did not know that I would be prepared to help take care of Benjamin Twin B Brown. Yes. Let me put this up, right? Okay. And let me go to here, right? So this is, right? This is, if I do this, see, sometime, let me see. Sometimes I do things and I just got to make sure I do them right. Okay, so I didn't do that right. So let me go back to here. Okay, here I go. So you see these hands, y'all? That is the hand holding my hand of Dr. Benjamin Twin B. Brown. Yes, 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 yes. Dr. Brown, unknowingly to us, was sick. And like some people, I'm not going to say just men, just don't tell people that they need help or that they're sick. And so one Thursday, where he normally does his taping, right? Dennis from Channel 28 called and said, Edwina, where's Twin? I was like, I don't know. I'll try to call him. He said, no. I said, well, I can come down and start the show and until he gets there. He said, we'll try to keep trying. And so it wasn't until Friday morning that I was able to call the nursing, no, the senior facility apartments where Twin stayed. And I asked about Twin. They said, well, a couple of residents said they hadn't seen him. And so he said that there was one of the employees who went to his room and they found him unresponsive, crawled up in a fetal position. Yes. And so he went to the hospital and they worked on him, right? And he was critically ill. While they were working on him, he went into cardiac arrest. They brought him back and they put him on a ventilator, right? For 3 weeks, I sat beside Dr. Benjamin Twin B. Brown, right? For reasons I know now, we could not get in touch with the family for a couple of days. And so, no, I'm here. I ain't leaving his side. I'm not leaving his side. No, I'm not. Until I get in touch with his family. And so after a couple of days, we did get in touch with his family. And then we found out why we couldn't get in touch with them, because they were going through something just as horrific, right? And so Netta, I'll call Netta, his oldest daughter, and she said, Edwina, I'm going through this, I'm going through that. She said, I trust you, I know you, and could you please take care of my dad and any and everything in Delaware? I said, girlfriend, you ain't said nothing but a word. I got Twin, I got him, right? And so I stayed with him by his side for 3 weeks, right? And then I kept the family informed, and we had Bishop Weeks, Bishop Gibson, Bishop Greer, and a host of other people would come and visit him. But I was right by his side. And so when they decided to take him off the ventilator, because his quality of life would not have been what he wanted, but he yet lived. And I would give daily reports every day about him yet living. Okay. So it ain't done till it's done. Right. And so as a result, he went down to the hospice unit, and he was able to breathe on his own. And he even made a couple of videos, because I've learned that if you can't talk to people, they're not there, you can shoot a video about what you want to say to them. So he made a video to his family, he made a video to the community, and he made a video for me, appointing me the baton, to take the baton to carry on his legacy. Yes. But guess what? When he didn't transition during a certain time, they asked me, where is he going when he leaves here? And I was like, what facility? He said, no, ma'am, he's not going to no facility. He's coming home with me. I'm taking Twin B. Brown to my home. He's coming home with me. And when they asked him, do you want to go to Miss Edwina Bell house? He said, the family said. And so for 4 days, from Saturday to Tuesday, I would hold Twin's hands, right? I would hold Twin's hands until he passed on January the 16th of 2024. And so you see, when you are given an opportunity to be of service to others, you need some spiritual tools and spiritual resources. Twin helped me with my brokenness and being broke by giving me this vehicle. So you see, just as transparent and authentic I was and am and will continue to be, others need to know that it's okay to be you. It's okay to be set free. So his service is going to be, right? It's going to be Sunday, February the 4th. The viewing is from 2 to 3:45, and the service is from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Congo Legacy Center at 501 West 28th Street, Wilmington, Delaware. Ma'am, if you want to share some moments or memories with him, you can go to congofuneralhome.com and access his obituary page, or you can go to the Community Communications Corporation website at cccmediatv1.org and right on his gratitude page. So all I want to say to Twin is, well done, for you are God's trusted and faithful servant. Thank you for allowing me to be the next person that you passed the baton to keep your legacy alive. So on behalf of CCC and Reverend Dr. Benjamin Twin Brown, I humbly say, I've been set free from recovery. I have emerged empowered to give hope to others, help others prosper equally. Benjamin Brown did it for 70 plus years. I've been doing it for almost 34 years. And guess what? I want to be able to pass the baton to you as well. To God be the glory. To God be the glory. In honor of Reverend Dr. Benjamin Twin Brown, may you rest in peace, and may the Creator be with you always. Okay? Have a blessed day, everybody. Have a blessed day.